everybody, and welcome back to the D&D reading of the Player's Handbook 5e. Today we're doing a Ranger, which starts on page 89. Today I'm going to go all the way through since the Ranger archetypes only have one page, so this will be a longer video. Bear with me. Ranger. Rough and wild-looking, a human stalks alone through the shadows of trees, hunting the orcs he knows are planning a raid on a nearby farm. Clutching a short sword in each hand, he becomes a whirlwind of steel, cutting down one enemy after another. After tumbling away from a cone of freezing air, an elf finds her feet and draws back her bow to loose an arrow at the white dragon. Shrugging off the wave of fear that emanates from the dragon like the cold of its breath, she sends one arrow after another to find the gaps between the dragon's thick scales. Holding his hand high, a half-elf whistles to the hawk that circles high above him, calling the bird back to his side. Whispering instructions in Elvish, he points to the owlbearer he's been tracking and sends the hawk to distract the creature while he readies his bow. Far from the bustle of cities and towns, past the hedges that shelter most distant farms from the terrors of the wild, amid the dense-packed trees of trackless forests and across wide and empty plains, rangers keep their unending watch. Deadly hunters. Warriors of the wilderness, rangers specialize in hunting the monsters that threaten the edges of civilization. Humanoid raiders, rampaging beasts, and monstrosities, terrible giants and deadly dragons. They learn to track their quarry as a predator does, moving stealthily through the wilds and hiding themselves in brush and rubble. Rangers focus their combat training on techniques that are particularly useful against specific favored foes. Thanks to their familiarity with the wilds, rangers acquire the ability to cast spells that harness nature's power much as a druid does. Their spells, like their combat ability, emphasize speed, stealth, and the hunt. A ranger's talents and their abilities are honed with deadly focus on the grim task of protecting the borderlands. Independent adventurers. Though a ranger might make a living as a hunter, a guide, or a tracker, a ranger's true calling is to defend the outskirts of civilization from the ravages of monsters and humanoid hordes that press in from the wild. In some places, rangers gather in secretive orders to join forces with druidic circles. Many rangers, though, are independent, almost to a fault, knowing that when a dragon or a band of orcs attacks, a ranger might be the first and possibly the last line of defense. This fierce independence makes rangers well suited to adventuring, since they are accustomed to life far from the comforts of a dry bed and a hot bath. Faced with city-bred adventurers who grouse and whine about the hardships of the wild, rangers respond with some mixture of amusement, frustration, and compassion. But they quickly learn that other adventurers who can carry their own weight in a fight against civilization's foes are worth any extra burden. Coddled city folk might not know how to feed themselves or find fresh water in the wild, but they make up for it in other ways. Gonna go to the top for the ranger table. And as usual, I will not be repeating anything that doesn't change until level 20. The Ranger. Level 1st. Proficiency bonus 2. Features: Favored enemy, Natural Explorer. Level 2nd. Features: Fighting style, Spellcasting. Spells known 2. First tier spells 2. Level 3rd. Features: Ranger archetype, Primeval Awareness. Spells known 3. First tier slot 3. Level 4th. Ability score improvement. Level 5th. Proficiency bonus 3. Extra attack. Spells known 4. First tier spell slots, 4. Second tier spell slots, 2. Level 6th. Features, Favored Enemy and Natural Explorer Improvements. Level 7th. Features, Ranger Archetype Feature. Spells known, 5. Second tier spell slots, 3. Level 8th. Features, Ability Score Improvement. Land's Stride. Level 9th. Proficiency bonus, 4. Spells known, 6. First tier, 4. Second tier, 3. Third tier, 2 for spell slots. Level 10th. Features, Natural Explorer Improvement. Hide in plain sight. Level 11th. Features, Ranger Archetype Feature. Spells known, 7. Level 13th. Proficiency bonus plus 5. Spells known, 8. Spell slots in the 4th level, 1. Oh, and spells known, 8. Level 14th. Favored Enemy Improvement. Vanish. Level 15th. Features, Ranger Archetype Feature. Spells known, 9. Spell slots in the 4th level, 2. Level 16th. Features, Ability Score Improvement. Level 17th. Proficiency bonus plus 6. Spells known, 10. Spell slots in the 4th level, 3. Spell slots in the 5th level, 1. Level 18th. Features, Feral Senses. Level 19th. Features, Ability Score Improvement. Spells known, 11. Spell slots in the 5th level, 2. Level 20th. Proficiency bonus, 6. Features, Foe Slayer. Spells known, 11. First tier spell slot, 4. Second tier spell slot, 3. Third tier spell slot, 3. Fourth tier spell slot, 3. Fifth tier spell slot, 2. Then we go back down to creating a ranger. As you create your ranger character, consider the nature of the training that gave you your particular capabilities. Did you train with a single mentor, wandering the wilds together until you mastered the ranger's ways? Did you leave your apprenticeship, or was your mentor slain, perhaps by the same kind of monster that became your favorite enemy? Or perhaps you learned your skills as a part of a band of rangers affiliated with a druid circle, trained in the mystic paths as well as a wilderness lore. You might be self-taught, a recluse who learned combat skills, tracking, and even magical connection to nature through the necessity of surviving in the wilds. What's the source of your particular hatred of a certain kind of enemy? Did a monster kill someone you loved or destroy your home or village? Or did you see too much of the destruction of these monsters, cause and commit yourself to reining in their depredations? Is your adventuring career a continuation of the work in protecting the borderlands, or a significant change? What made you join up with a band of adventurers? Do you find it challenging to teach new allies the ways of the wild, or do you welcome the relief from solitude that they offer? Quick build. You can make a ranger quickly by following these suggestions. First, make dexterity your highest ability score, followed by wisdom. Some rangers who focus on two-weapon fighting make strength higher than dexterity. Second, Choose the Outlander background. Class features. As a ranger, you gain the following class features. Hit points. Hit die 1d10 per ranger level. Hit points at first level 10 plus your constitution modifier. Hit points at higher levels 1d10 or 6 plus your constitution modifier after level 1st. Proficiencies. Armor. Light armor. Medium armor. Shields. Weapons. Simple weapons. Martial weapons. Tools. None. Saving throws. Strength and dexterity. Skills. Choose 3 from animal handling, athletics, insight, investigation, nature, perception, stealth, and survival. Equipment. You start with the following equipment, in addition to the equipment granted by your background. A. Scale mail, or B. Leather armor. A. 2 short swords, or B. 2 simple melee weapons. A. A dungeoneer's pack, or B. An explorer's pack. A longbow and quiver of 20 arrows. Favored enemy. Beginning at level 1st, you have significant experience studying, tracking, hunting, and even talking to certain type of enemy. Choose a type of favored enemy. Aberrations, beasts, celestials, constructs, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, giants, monstrosity, oozes, plants, or undead. Alternatively, you can select 2 races of humanoid, such as gnolls or orcs, as favored enemies. You have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track your favorite enemies, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information about them. When you gain this feature, you also learn 1 language of your choice that is spoken by your favorite enemies, if they speak one at all. You choose 1 additional favorite enemy as well as an associated language at 6th and 14th level. As you gain levels, your choices should reflect the types of monsters you have encountered on your adventures. Natural Explorer. You are particularly familiar with 1 type of natural environment and are adept at traveling and surviving in such regions. Choose 1 type of favored terrain: Arctic, coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or underdark. When you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favored terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you are using a skill that you are proficient in. While traveling for an hour or more in your favored terrain, you gain the following benefits. Difficult terrain does not slow your group's travel. Your group can't become lost except by magical means. Even when you are engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger. If you are traveling alone, you can move stealthily at your normal pace. When you forage, you will find twice as much food as you normally would. While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through your area. You choose an additional favored terrain types at 6th and 10th level. Fighting style. At 2nd level, you adopt a particular fighting style as your specialty. Choose one of the following options. You can't take a fighting style option more than once, even if later you get to choose again. Archery. You gain +2 bonus to your attack rolls you make with ranged weapons. Defense. While wearing armor, you gain +1 bonus to AC. Dueling. While you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 to damage rolls with that weapon. 2-weapon fighting. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Spellcasting. By the time you reach 2nd level, you have learned to use the magical essence of nature to cast spells, much as a druid does. See Chapter 10 for the general rules of spellcasting and Chapter 11 for the ranger spell list. Spell slots. The Ranger table shows you how many spell slots you have to cast your Ranger spells at first level and higher. To cast one of these spells, you must expend a spell slot of the spell's level or higher. You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest. For example, if you know a first level spell, Animal Friendship, and have a first level and second level spell slot available, you can cast Animal Friendship using either slot. Spells known of first level and higher. You know 2 first level spells of your choice from the Spell Ranger list. The spells known column of the Ranger table shows when you learn more Ranger spells of your choice. Each of these spells must be 4 level for which you have spell slots. For instance, when you reach 5th level in this spell class, you can learn 1 new spell of 1st or 2nd level. Additionally, when you gain a level in this class, you can choose one of the Ranger spells you know and replace it with another spell from the Ranger spell list, which also must be of a level that you have spell slots. Spellcasting ability. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for your Ranger spells. Since your magic draws on your attunement to nature, you use your Wisdom whenever a spell refers to your spellcasting ability. In addition, you use your Wisdom modifier when setting the saving throw DC for your Ranger spell you cast and when making it an attack roll with one. Spell save DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your Wisdom modifier. Spell attack modifier equals your proficiency bonus plus your Wisdom modifier. Ranger archetype. At 3rd level, you choose an archetype that you strive to emulate, Hunter or Beastmaster. Both are detailed at the end of the class description. Your choice grants you features at the 3rd level and again at 7th, 11th, and 15th level. Primeval awareness. Beginning at the 3rd level, you can use your action and expend 1 Ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile or within up to 6 miles of you, or if you are in your favored terrain. Aberrations, celestial, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead. This feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or their number. Ability score improvement. When you reach the 4th level, and again at the 8th, 12th, 16th, and 19th level, you can increase 1 ability score of your choice by 2, or you can increase 2 ability scores of your choice by 1. As normal, you can't increase your ability score over 20 by using this feature. Extra attack. Beginning at the 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Land's Stride. Starting at the 8th level, moving through non-magical, difficult terrain costs you no extra movement. You can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them, and without taking damage from them if they have thorns, spines, or similar hazard. In addition, you have advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, such as those created by the Entangle spell. Hide in plain sight. Starting at the 10th level, you can spend 1 minute creating camouflage for yourself. You must have access to fresh mud, dirt, plant, soot, and other naturally occurring materials with which to create your camouflage. Once you are camouflaged, in this way you can try to hide by pressing yourself up against a solid surface, such as a tree or wall. This is at least as tall and wide as you are. You gain plus 10 bonus to dexterity, stealth, checks as long as you remain there without moving or taking actions. Once you move or take an action or reaction, you must camouflage yourself again to gain this benefit. Vanish. Starting at the 14th level, you can use the hide action as a bonus action on your turn. Also, you can't be tracked by non-magical means unless you choose to leave a trail. Feral Senses. At 18th level, you gain preternatural senses that help you fight creatures you can't see. When you attack a creature that you can't see, your inability to see it doesn't impose disadvantage on your attack rolls against it. You are also aware of the location of any invisible creature within 30 feet of you, provided that the creature isn't hidden from you and you aren't blinded or deafened. Foe Slayer. At the 20th level, you become an unparalleled hunter of your enemies. Once on each of your turns, you can add your wisdom modifier to the attack roll or the damage roll of an attack you make against one of your favored enemies. You can choose to use this feature before or after the roll, but before any effects of the roll are applied. Ranger archetypes. The ideal of the ranger has two classic expressions: the hunter and the beastmaster. Hunter. Emulating the hunter archetype means accepting your place as a bulwark between civilization and the terrors of the wilderness. As you walk the hunter's path, you learn specialized techniques for fighting the threats you face, from rampaging ogres and hordes of orcs to towering giants and terrifying dragons. Hunter's prey. At 3rd level, you gain one of the following features of your choice. Colossus Slayer. Your tenacity can wear down the most potent foes. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an extra 1d8 damage if it's below its hit point maximum. You can deal this extra damage only once per turn. Giant Killer. When a larger creature within 5 feet of you hits or misses you with an attack, you can use your reaction to attack that creature immediately after its attack, provided that you can see the creature. Horde Breaker. Once on each of your turns, when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target and within range of your weapon. Defensive Tactics. At level 7, you gain one of the following features of your choice. Escape the Horde. Opportunity attacks against you are made with disadvantage. Multi-attack defense. When a creature hits you with an attack, you gain +4 bonus to your AC against all subsequent attacks made by that creature for the rest of the turn. Steel Will. You give advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Multi-attack. At the 11th level, you gain one of the following features of your choice. Volley. You can use your action to make a ranged attack against any number of creatures within 10 feet of a point you can see within your weapon's range. You must have ammunition for each target, as normal, and you must make a separate attack roll for each target. Whirlwind Attack. You can use your action to make a melee attack against any number of creatures within 5 feet of you, with a separate attack roll for each target. Superior Hunter's Defense. At 15th level, when you gain one of the following features of your choice. Evasion. When you are subjected to an effect, such as a red dragon's fiery breath or a lightning bolt spell, that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail. Stand Against the Tide. When a hostile creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to force that creature to repeat the same attack against another creature, other than itself, of its choice. Uncanny Dodge. When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attacker's damage against you. Beastmaster. The Beastmaster archetype embodies an extraordinary friendship between a ranger and a special beast. Ranger's Companion. At the 3rd level, you gain a beast companion that accompanies you on your adventures and is trained to fight alongside you. Choose a beast that is no larger than medium and has a challenge rating of 1/4 or lower. Appendix D represents statistics for the hawk, mastiff, and panther as example. Add your proficiency bonus to the beast's AC, attack rolls, and damage rolls, as well as to any saving throws and skills it is proficient in. As well as any saving throws and skills it is proficient in. Its hit points maximum equal the hit point number in its stat block, or 4 times your ranger level, whichever is higher. Like any creature, it can spend hit die during a short rest to gain hit points. The beast obeys your commands as best it can. It takes its turn on your initiative. On your turn, you can verbally command the beast to where to move, no action required by you. You can use your action to verbally command it to take an attack, dash, disengage, or help action. Once you have the extra attack feature, you can make one weapon attack yourself when in command the beast to take the attack action. If you don't issue a command, the beast takes the dodge action. If you are incapacitated or absent, the beast acts on its own, focusing on protecting you and itself. The beast never requires your command to use its reaction as when making opportunity attack. While traveling through your favored terrain with only the beast, you can move stealthily and at a normal pace. If the beast dies, you can obtain a new companion by spending 8 hours magically bonding with a beast that isn't hostile to you and meets the requirements. Exceptional training. Beginning at the 7th level, on any of your turns when your beast companion doesn't attack, you can use a bonus action to command the beast to take the dash, disengage, dodge, or help action on its turn. In addition, the beast's attack now count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage. Bestial Fury. Starting at the 11th action, when you command your beast companion to take an attack action, the beast can make 2 attacks, or it can take the multi-attack action if it has that action. Share spells. Beginning at 15th level, when you cast a spell targeting yourself, you can also affect your beast companion with the spell if the beast is within 30 feet of you. And that ends our Ranger. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please feel free to like, comment, and follow. And as always, keep playing.